few weeks ago, I made an intro video on Fellow, a meeting productivity and note-taking app, and I walked you through the basic features of the tool. Today, I'm going to be diving a bit deeper into the AI assistant Copilot, which I have to say is hands down my favorite feature on the tool so far. I'm so excited. Copilot automatically records and transcribes your meetings. It generates your AI meeting summaries and automates meeting outcomes. And I can't wait to show you how it works. But be sure to use the link in the description to try out Fellow for yourself. And when you do, you'll receive a 10% discount on your first 12 months of using the tool. But if you're new here, welcome. My name is Marquis. I'm the CEO of Surface, an Asana partner, and we are proud Fellow ambassadors. And I make videos like this every single week to help you get the most out of your technology. Now let's get into the demo. I'm going to start off at the very beginning. And so how do we use Fellow? How do we even get it set up inside of our meetings? And so once you go to fellow.app, again, link is in the description if you want to try your own, you would be routed to connect it with your Google Workspace. And so in this case, it's connected to our Google Calendar here. It's connected to our Google Meet, so we can automatically bring it into our meeting. So in this case, I'm currently recording, as you can see, my YouTube video filming block for today. And so I'm going to click on that. And in the sidebar, it's going to open up our pane here. You can see in the little meeting description that it has, I can add Fellow notes, and then it would actually open up the sidebar. Let's just do that. There we go. Let's open up the sidebar. I can add my different talking points and so on. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to jump into that meeting so you can see exactly what this looks like. Let's go ahead and join that meeting. Before we do, actually, you can see that the auto record is on. So if I was invited to a meeting where I wasn't the host, there are settings inside of Fellow where you can have it so that any meeting that there's a link on, your Copilot will be invited. But you also have the option to toggle it on manually in your Google Calendar settings if you want to. But in this case, let's just take a look at the settings really quickly. So as far as my automations go on my calls, we have a guideline where if there's no agenda, there's no meeting, we have the auto record on here. And of course, I'm going to be taking full advantage of our Fellow Copilot recap as well. So let's go take a look. Let's join this call and let's see what happens next. So here we are inside of our Google Meet. I'm going to go and join our meeting here, and we're going to wait just a quick second. If it was already here, it would have popped up, and we see this little button here. It says record now. So that's actually going to invite our Fellow Copilot into this call with us. As you can see, it's joining, and it's going to join as another person or as another participant to this call. So let's give it a second here. There we go. It says Marquis Fellow Copilot. We're going to admit our Copilot to the call. And what I love about this compared to other note-taking and AI recorders is that, rather than just my logo here, hopefully it pops up here in a second. There it is. And we can actually get the Fellow logo here, which is really cool. Whether it's Otter or Fireflies or any of the others, Fathom, right? They all just have like the name of it, and then it's like a black screen. So there's a bit of like thought behind this, which I really appreciate about Fellow as well. So here we are, we're in the meeting. What it's doing right now is it's transcribing everything I'm saying in real time. All my talking points, this would be my agenda items, right? So we have agenda item 1 and 2, right? And as you're going through, you can kind of click them off and complete them. Any action items, action item 1. What's really nice about this is because we are obviously Asana users, we can link these action items back to Asana, which is really nice. So we can have all of the work and the tasks about the work happening all in the same place, which I'm still a believer in, obviously. And so here we have Fellow Copilots taking everything, all the conversations, all the decisions, all the action items that are spoken. So if you want something to be transcribed after the fact and added to the summary, you have to voice it. So sometimes I'll be in a call and I'll just say, hey, I just want to add this to the recording, right? And so the recording can pick all that up and generate our summary and our action items later on in the call. And so that's what I'm going to do for now. That's the extent of our call. There's some time left, but I'm just going to go ahead and end this meeting for everyone. We're going to end that call for everybody. There we go. By Fellow Copilots. I may be a bit biased in saying so, but if you haven't already done it, I highly recommend subscribing to our newsletter, All Systems Go. Each week we deliver the latest news, blog posts, and even free resources on Asana and workflow optimization directly to your inbox. The best part, it's totally free. It's the perfect resource you're looking for to improve your system building skills and productivity through process improvements. All Systems Go is designed to be your go-to guide in navigating workflow optimization, especially if you're new to it. click the link below to subscribe. So now I'm gonna go over to Fellow itself. Here we are, and once you get into the Fellow desktop app or the browser, you're gonna go to your home and you're gonna go to your recordings section, okay? I'm just gonna pull up a random call from yesterday. I was on with HubSpot personnel and we were having some issues connecting our Google Meet to HubSpot and having the recordings show up in the calls tab. So we're just doing a bit of troubleshooting. So this is not the call I just recorded. Obviously, this is already done for us. The call I just recorded is currently transcribing and populating, and it will show up later. And what's nice about it is that Copilot automatically sends a recap to all your meeting participants if you want it to. So if you have a guest or a customer or a prospect and you want them to be on the same page as you and get that summary without you having to type out a summary and, hey, thanks for the call today, here's a summary of what we talked about, Copilot takes care of absolutely all that for you. But what I want to show you here is how Copilot can really help you in the back end. So as you can see, we come in, we have a summary of this call with HubSpot. So this meeting focused on troubleshooting Google account access using HubSpot meeting extension, experienced by Marquis Murray. Patrick Mahone from HubSpot identified that the backend logs showed an error related to Google Meet connection. So something's up with HubSpot and Google Meet. It's not working. Don't know why. It's a good thing I have Fellow Copilot because all of our recordings are saved right in there. And so here we have from the call, there was one action item. So discuss Google account issue with the product team. So that's something that Patrick was going to do. He's going to take this back, discuss it with his team. What's nice too is, like on this video you're watching, we have the chapters automatically generated within YouTube. You also have chapters inside of Fellow Copilot. And so here we have the timestamp for 11 seconds in, Google account access issue. This is what we discussed. You click in here and it gives you the high level bullet points of everything we discussed. So you can just skim it. Anyone you can pass this on to can get up to speed really, really quickly and be on the same page as you as they're preparing or getting up to speed for any meetings or presentations. At 2:59, we're troubleshooting the steps taken to resolve this issue. Great. And then at 7:40, next steps and issue resolution. So it was a really quick meeting. We knew exactly why we were there. We got on, we got off. Obviously, I can go in, I'm gonna mute this. I can go and I can, play this video back, right? We're sharing screen, we're going back and forth. There we are. I can change the time of it. I can create a clip in it as well and share that clip with someone. I can do captions on, captions off, whatever I want. We can also then go into the transcript and search this transcript. So now I can say, what was one of the items that we discussed here? Next steps was going to be product team. So let's go in the transcript. I'm just going to search product. There we go. So this is exactly where we discussed that, right? So, but let me take these screenshots back to my product person I've been working with. And so that's an example of how you can use the transcript and get to the information you need as quickly as possible. So I love that. And then you can get to the bottom and you can copy, links to certain things. If we click on this, it brings us to that spot in the call as well, which is really nice. And then we can look at stats from that call. So we can see that, Patrick spoke for 5 minutes of the call, which he was guiding me through some steps. So he was helping me troubleshoot and we're at 85%. And then I spoke for 15% of the time. So I was more or less answering his questions, asking clarifying questions in this case. So the more participants you have, the more stats obviously it will show you. If you're in a sales environment, then maybe you don't want to be the salesperson talking too much because you want the prospect to be talking and you to be asking questions. And so it helps you to understand how you're actually conducting these meetings as well, who's dominating the meetings. But the reason why you're all here, the reason why I'm so excited about this tool is you can actually interact with Copilot, right? And so when you click over to Ask Copilot at the bottom here, it says, hey, I'm Fellow Copilot, your AI assistant who can help you extract information from your meetings. Feeling lost in search answers, I can help. So here are some prompts, right? What was mentioned, was I mentioned in the meeting? Were any blockers brought up to the call? So let's just click on one of these here. Were any blockers brought up? Based on the transcript, I did not see any major blockers explicitly mentioned on the call. The conversation seemed focused on troubleshooting the issue Marquis was having with connecting Google Meet. Great, awesome, thank you so much. Right, so some great prompts. I like this helped, but now it's like I can ask it questions. So just think of a question. If I was using Zoom, what steps would I need to take to correct this? Let's see what it says. It's probably not going to know because Zoom wasn't in there. Unfortunately, the transcript does not mention anything about using Zoom. The entire discussion was focused on Google. Since the context is specifically Google and HubSpot, I do not have enough information. Fair enough, fair enough. I figured that would happen. Okay, so let's ask it something else. What did Patrick say he was going to do with is product team. There we go. According to the transcript, Patrick said he would take the screenshots he captured and show them to the product person he's working with. There we go. Even though the account settings and permissions looked correct, specifically Patrick said, but let me take the screenshot. So it's actually pulling the transcript out and it's saying what the next action item is. Okay, let's see. Is there anything else I can do on my end to get this fixed? This is huge blocker for our team. Can you suggest some things that I can do? There we go. Let's see what it says for me. So it's gathering insights based on the information provided in the transcript. Here are some suggestions for Marquis that could help, that Marquis could try on their end to help get this integration issue resolved. So reach back out to Patrick and HubSpot team, follow up with screenshots, double check the Google account, try disconnecting and reconnecting the integration in HubSpot, reach out to Google support, which I haven't done yet. I haven't reached out to Google support yet. So that's actually a good suggestion. I thought it was just the HubSpot thing. Document the steps taken so far and any error messages or issues encountered, then provide the information to the HubSpot team. So some really great suggestions there, 2 of them that I hadn't even considered yet. So what I love about this is like, it's looking into the transcript, but it's also thinking objectively. It's thinking outside of the box and doing a bit of research to help me to understand how to really solve this, which I really, really appreciate. And what I love about it is that there are so many use cases, so many different things you can do, but this has been Fellow Copilot in a nutshell. And I mean, if you found this helpful, make sure to like and subscribe and to share this. I think what Fellow is doing is going to change the game on note-taking and AI assistance. And so the more that I use and explore the tool, and I'm still diving into it, is the more use cases and benefits that I'm discovering and the more that I'm going to take and share with you all. So make sure that you're here, make sure you're subscribing, make sure that you're staying along with it. And again, if you want to try it for yourself, the link is in the description. You'll get 10% off your first year of Fellow. Yes, it's an affiliate link. Obviously, this is a business that I'm running, but I genuinely love this tool. And again, I've used Fathom, I've used Otter, I've used Fireflies, I've used ZoomInfo, I've used Chorus, sorry, not ZoomInfo. I've used all of them. I've interacted with them. None of them have been as intuitive and as easy to set up as Fellow has, and that's why I'm here. I've even used Apollo's version of their Copilot, and so I highly recommend go check it out. You're gonna love it. It's gonna change the way how your team works and runs their meetings. Thanks as always for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.